There's the clip. Johnny the Jet Rodgers was unstoppable back in the day. His punt return against Oklahoma, this is 1971, still one of the most memorable plays in all of college football.
But for the Heisman Trophy winner, running became difficult. Walking was even tough. Johnny turned to outpatient total knee replacement.
Well, Johnny's here alongside Dr. Kent Boese of Miller Orthopedic Specialist. Good to see you, gentlemen.
Welcome back to both of you. First time together.
You have to be careful with that word clip. A lot of people take that as a clip on the run.
Right. I didn't see a clip.
No, Johnny.
Steve Owens started that
video clip.
How's your knee feeling?
My knees feel like new money. I'm very fortunate. New money. Really, I'm happy. I think I'm really ahead of the game. I've done some research with other players and their operations and surgeries, and I've heard a lot of different horror stories, and I think that I've done well. I think the outpatient surgery that I chose to do rather than going into the hospital was really the key to it, because most of the players that I had talked to, their problem was having infections. And it was a higher percentage of getting an infection when you go into the hospital.
So you're back at that 4.340 now, right? You still run it pretty fast?
I'm quicker than fast.
Quicker than fast.
So Dr. Boese, he's mentioning this phrase, outpatient total knee replacement. Help us understand the difference in what Johnny opted for compared to the more traditional stuff.
Yes. Actually, outpatient knee replacement and hip replacement have been around for a few years. Not in Omaha. It's a pretty conservative town for a lot of things, and orthopedics is one of them. But if you would go to Chicago, I've been doing it for several years, or Dallas or Denver or Minneapolis. And what allows us to do that is the surgical techniques are less invasive. Blood loss is managed much better than it used to be. The anesthesia is better. Pain control way better, and so people can get up and walk right after surgery.
Wow.
And that allows us to do this as an outpatient. And so when you do it in an outpatient setting, of course, it's mostly the healthier, more active people, right? If you're an 85-year-old grandma, it's probably not for you. You need to be in the hospital. But the people in the hospital, of course, you have to handle a little more sicker patients, and there are patients with infections and all different kinds of problems there, where this setting is a little more streamlined. So the advantage is it's convenient. You get in and out. You can recover in the comfort of your own home. We have physical therapy and home care lined up, and a comprehensive education program, and so it's a well thought out and system that allows us to do this effectively.
When did you have your procedure done, Johnny?
I had my procedure done 1 month ago today.
A month, and you walked in here like nothing happened.
Well, the amazing thing that I tell my friends that I had my surgery that morning, and I was walking that afternoon.
Wow.
And I've been walking ever since, and that was really the difference. And I think, like I said, I'm really ahead of the game here.
Yeah, Doctor, what are we looking at here on the left?
Is that Johnny?
Is that that's not Johnny's knee, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
the one falling
really?
to the side.
Johnny, that's your knee?
It was worn out. I can't imagine how that happened. But it was really in bad shape.
Wow.
And he needed this procedure badly.
What's in bad shape? What are you looking at on the left?
Well,
I mean, is it just cartilage?
Look at the small bone on the outside is the fibula, and the larger bone on the bottom is the tibia. And then you see the inside part there where it's completely bone on bone, and how his knee has gone into a kind of a bow leg. We call it varus, but it looks very bow-legged.
There's no gap there. Is what
no gap at all. No cushion left between the bones. And so when you're walking with no cushion between your bones, you're essentially continuously bruising the bone, and it stays sore, stiff and sore.
Mine was bone in bone. I had an injury that retired me from the San Diego Chargers, and they had to drill holes into my knee in order to let the knee grow back. Well, in the X-rays there, you can see where my bone had went into the other bone, and it was kept pushing my leg further and further out. I kept getting shorter and shorter every day. And I had gotten so short, it looks like you could see my feet in my driver's license picture. So I decided I better do something.
Get you to the funny bone this weekend.
He's loaded with material right now.
I love seeing all of these pictures of you with Dr. Boese, with the whole staff at Miller. I mean, you had a good experience. It sounds like start to finish.
I had a fantastic experience, and it keeps getting better, and it makes me hopeful. And I was very concerned. I waited and waited and waited, waiting until trying to put it off because there were so many different things to be concerned about. But in talking to Dr. Boese, he had an answer for most of them. A lot of them came in nutrition, the type of things I did to prepare myself for it. But I think really the key was doing the outpatient surgery. And I did local anesthetic. I didn't really go under. And so coming out of the anesthesia wasn't really a problem for me either. So I was able to walk.
Dr. Boese, can other joints, I mean, maybe like the hips, can they be done with this outpatient procedure as well?
Yes, we do hip replacements, knee replacements, partial knee replacements, all outpatient.
Is this something where if our viewers, obviously they're interested, if they're like Johnny, they're in pain, they've heard for a while, they've thought about it for a while, does their physician need to put them in touch with you, or can the patient themselves make the call, set up appointments, and get this started?
Well, typically they call our clinic and make an appointment, and then we'll see them and, of course, check x-rays and examination and find out if, first of all, a knee replacement or partial knee replacement, or what's the appropriate way to go, or maybe even more conservative care. But if it's a knee replacement, then the next step is, okay, how are we going to handle this? What's the best setting? What does the patient want to do? And but it really takes an appointment.
Yeah, and it starts here.
It does. If you have some sort of pain, if you had the pain that Johnny was experiencing, if you need the Johnny Rodgers total knee replacement outpatient, you can get it. Go to millerortho.com.
I don't know that we can brand it that way. Somebody else might own the rights, Mike. But 2 locations for Miller Orthopedic Specialists. Omaha there at the top, and then that second number is for Council Bluffs online. Miller
Johnny, you never
Orthopedic.
lost on a Hail Mary, did you? Did you ever, all your playing days?
Oh, boy.
No.
Oh, boy.
We could figure out how to at least get one guy close to it.
Can I ask you one more? We're talking today about how to say Coach's last name, because we got some controversy over how we said it yesterday.
Okay.
How would you say Dr. Tom's last name?
Osborne.
Osborne.
Okay.
From Johnny Rodgers. We'll see.
Is that correct?
We'll let you know at the end of the
At the
hour,
end of the
Johnny.
show.
That's a tease. Dr. Bates, thank you.
Thank
Good
you
to have
very
you
much.
back.
Thanks, Johnny.